Stop scrolling. This might explain why your days feel stuck and how a simple sprig could change everything. Picture this with me. You wake up, open your eyes, but your body doesn't follow. It's not laziness. It's not age. It's as if time has frozen, and with it, your will to act. The house is silent. The sun pours in through the window, but it doesn't seem to light anything within. A strange feeling, like something invisible, is blocking your path, sabotaging your energy. If you've ever felt this way, pay attention. The issue might be the energy in your home, and no one ever told you that. Here's the thing. There's a plant that has been used by healers for centuries, and it can cleanse that energy and unblock your life in just a few days. It's simple, it's natural, and it's closer than you think. But here's the catch. It only works for those who believe and activate the process with intention. And the first step is to write in the comments, "I open my path to abundance." From this point on, you'll understand how 3 simple sprigs of this plant can become your guardians against everything that holds you back, including silent illnesses, anxiety, and even financial struggles. Are you ready to open that door? It doesn't have a majestic appearance. It doesn't bloom extravagantly, and unlike other powerful plants, it rarely appears in store displays or golden-covered books. But rue carries an ancient secret, so ancient it crosses religions, cultures, and centuries as an invisible guardian of what is sacred. Many people look at it with skepticism, thinking it's just another strong-smelling plant, something old folks use, as some say. But that smell is the first warning. Rue is not an ordinary plant. It demands to be noticed. In ancient Egyptian tradition, rue was part of purification ceremonies performed before any contact with the gods. No one dared enter a temple without first passing through rue smoke. It was rue that prepared the spirit and the space for divine connection. Buddhist monks did the same, not with words but with silent gestures. They placed rue branches above doorways and along the sides of temples, not for decoration, but to seal the space against impure thoughts and scattered energies that might interfere with meditation. In Celtic Europe, midwives and healers carried rue on their bodies, often hidden in times of persecution. They knew that a single touch from the plant could begin working as a shield against envy, fear, illness, and bad intentions. These people were separated by seas and mountains. They never met, but they all trusted the same plant. They all recognized its power to break through what is dense, dark, and stuck. Why such reverence? Because rue works on layers you can't see, but you can feel. It reaches places words cannot. Thoughts that aren't yours, feelings that came from outside, influences that settled in you uninvited. And when placed with intention, rue transforms, not into magic, but into field of protection, field of activation, field of awakening. It represents the archetype of the invisible guardian, that force that doesn't shine, but holds, that doesn't appear, but keeps you standing, that demands nothing, only presence and respect. And maybe that's exactly what you need right now, a silent force that asks no explanations, no judgment. It simply acts, cleanses, protects, and reminds you who you are when everything around you feels confusing. But rue doesn't act in haste. It responds to your internal state, to your emotional field, to your gesture. If you use it with doubt, it falls silent. If you use it with intention, It listens. So if something inside you felt a slight shiver, a need to take a deep breath, or a memory of something you don't even know where it came from, that's its call. And if this ancient wisdom resonates with you, if, somewhere in your heart, you know the invisible also shapes reality, then like this video now, that click isn't just engagement, it's an intention put into motion. It's you saying, I receive this light. I want more people to find this path. And that makes a difference, because the more people access this knowledge, the stronger it becomes, and the harder it is for shadows to hide. In the next few minutes, you'll learn exactly how and where to place Ru in your home so it can act as a shield, a guide, and a releaser of energy. But remember, the power isn't in the plant. It's in the way you invite it to act. Few people realize it, but your front door is more than wood, a handle, and a lock. It's where the world and your energy meet, every single day. Every time you walk in, you bring with you everything you experienced out there. The harsh look from someone on the bus, work stress, that heavy phone call, and every time someone walks through your door, they bring their energy too, their intentions, their shadows. Your home's entrance is a spiritual portal. It can be the first wall of defense or the first crack. And that's exactly why Ru should start there. When you place a small sprig of Ru behind your door, tied with a red ribbon or in a light-colored fabric pouch, you're setting a silent, energetic command. Only what strengthens me enters here. Nothing else. You don't have to speak. You don't have to light a candle. The gesture speaks for you. That's what Maria, 69 years old and widowed, did. She lived in a heavy house where even the plants seemed to wither. Everything felt like it was going wrong, and the neighbors' visits, always with some venomous comment, made the space even denser. One day, guided by an old friend, Maria tied 3 Ru sprigs with red thread and placed them behind the door. Within 7 days, the neighbor simply stopped showing up. No fights, no confrontation. And as if something had unlocked, money that had been stuck for months was finally released. Coincidence? Or is it that when the invisible changes, the visible responds too? If that resonated with you, write in the comments now. My home is a temple of protection. Writing is anchoring, declaring, activating. And if you know someone who keeps saying nothing goes right at home, share this video with them. Maybe what's missing isn't more effort, but a subtle gesture with the right plant. Now that you've protected your entryway, it's time to look at another essential point. The place where you create. Because there, what's blocked on the outside begins within. Every home has a point where energy concentrates. Sometimes it's a table, a corner of the living room, a small area where you write, sew, plan, or even keep your savings. That's where your creative force lives, the part of you that dreams, builds, and gives shape to the invisible. But when that place is forgotten, cluttered, disorganized, the energy is the same, stagnant, confused, stifled. And that's when life starts to get stuck. The mind loses focus, money disappears, ideas don't flow. It's not bad luck. It's a reflection. What you nurture in that space echoes in your reality. So, if you feel like it's hard to get life moving, professionally, financially, Emotionally, look at your creative corner. Leticia, 62 years old, started selling handmade bracelets. She had talent, but nothing flowed. She felt like some invisible force was blocking everything. She cleaned her little space, organized her materials, and placed a sprig of dried rue in a clay pot next to the box where she kept her pieces. Within a week, she received an unexpected message. A store owner from a neighboring city saw photos of the bracelets and proposed a partnership. Sales doubled. But more importantly, Leticia said she started waking up feeling lighter, with a desire to create. Because when you take care of your space, the universe responds. Rue doesn't create for you, but it clears the path so your creation can happen. Now write in the comments, I activate my creative energy with Rue. This simple act is a way of telling yourself, I believe again in what I can manifest. And if you've tried to start something after 50 and felt like everything was stuck, blocked, powerless, maybe it wasn't the plan that was stuck, but the field where that plan was trying to be born. Now that your creative space is clean and activated, we need to look at a place most people ignore. But that works like an energy drain inside your home, the bathroom. Few people see the bathroom as a spiritual space, but it is, and one of the most powerful. It's where you release what your body no longer needs, where you let go of what no longer serves you, where you take off clothes, sweat, pain. But what almost no one notices is that even after your body is clean, the energy remains in the space. The bathroom is a place of physical and emotional release. But without energetic cleansing, it becomes an invisible drain that slowly saps your life force, without you even realizing it. Have you ever walked into a clean bathroom but felt heavy energy? That strange exhaustion after a shower, or waking up tired even after sleeping well? It might be this. Elvira, 71 years old, lived like that, tired, irritable, insomniac. The house was clean, but she felt like there was a fog around her. Everything felt hazy. That's when she decided to try an old tip. Prepare a light infusion of rue and a natural essence, like lavender or rosemary, and apply it to the body after a shower, from the shoulders to the feet. The result? In just a few days, she began sleeping better. She felt lighter in her body. Her mood improved. Her thoughts became clearer. Rue didn't change her life, but it cleared the field so she could change it herself. If that makes sense to you, write in the comments now. I cleanse my soul and my home with rue. That gesture is more than symbolic. It's you affirming that you're ready to release what's heavy, what no longer serves, even what doesn't belong to you. And if you feel a fatigue that no medical test explains, an apathy without a name, maybe the answer isn't in your body, but in the space that should be restoring you. Now that we've cleared the portal, the creative center, and the energy drain, it's time to talk about a silent mistake many people make, one that may be completely canceling out the power of rue in your home. A lot of people hear about rue's power, rush to buy a dried sprig, put it in a corner of the house, and nothing changes. The energy remains heavy. Conflicts don't ease. The fatigue persists. Then comes the frustration. Does this even work? The truth is, rue is not a magical object. It's a sensitive organism, a mirror of your inner state. And the most common mistake is using rue like someone sprinkling salt on a dish without even tasting it, without intention, without presence, without truth. Placing wilted, forgotten, dusty rue in a dark corner of your house doesn't protect, it weakens. Worse yet, using rue in a hurry, out of fear, anger, or desperation, can, in practice, deactivate the protective field it's meant to create. The plant is just the tool. The real ritual is your energy. So before using rue, breathe. Place your hands over it, smell it. Speak to the plant. Say, "You are welcome in my home. Thank you for your protection." It may sound simple, but that small gesture activates the field. You go from someone who uses a plant to someone who co-creates with it. Many people report that just by shifting their approach from mechanical to intuitive, the results transformed. It's like the house woke up, the protection became more alive, the signs started to appear. And now I invite you, have you ever made this mistake? Used rue without intention or forgotten it in a corner? Share in the comments. And if you know someone who always says nothing works, maybe they just need to understand how to align usage with the heart. Because the plant has power, but the one who awakens it is you. And now that you know what to avoid, we've reached the deepest moment of this process. The final ritual, simple, silent, and powerful. An energetic seal that will anchor everything activated up to this point. Not every change starts with a big gesture. Some of the deepest begin in silence, with a firm intention and a real connection. This ritual is simple, but it only truly works if done with respect and presence. You'll need 3 dried rue sprigs, 1 tablespoon of coarse salt, filtered water, 1 white candle, 1 clear glass jar, can be reused but must be clean and dry. At a time when no one will interrupt you, light the white candle. This isn't just a random symbol, it's a call to the light. Next, place the rue, salt, and water inside the jar. Do this mindfully. As you stir, visualize everything you want to remove from your life. Blockages, fears, energy-draining people, debts, resentments. Allow yourself to feel. Now, visualize everything you want to attract. Lightness, flow, good partnerships, money that arrives peacefully, health that strengthens. Don't ask. Feel as if it's already real, as if you're preparing space for it to come. Close the jar. Place it inside the entrance of your home, just behind the door, for 3 days. During this time, observe. Don't expect instant miracles, but stay alert for signs. An unexpected invitation, someone distancing themselves, news that seemed stuck, now flowing. After 3 days, dispose of the contents in running water or into the earth, never in the trash. This disposal is the final seal. It's what tells the universe, I've released, I've cleansed, I'm ready for the new. Now write in the comments, I seal my protection with rue. Because when you write, you anchor. And when you anchor, you turn intention into action. And if this practice touched your heart, don't keep it to yourself. Send this video to someone who feels life is stuck but doesn't know where to begin. In the next few minutes, you'll learn how to keep this energy alive. Because protection isn't a one-time event. It's a soul routine. Have you ever felt that even after a ritual or energetic cleansing, something seems to come back, as if the peace that arrived left through the same door the next day? That doesn't mean the ritual failed. It means you activated, but didn't sustain it. And that's the part almost no one teaches. How to keep the field clean, alive, and functioning after Ru has already begun to act. The energy of a home is not static. It reshapes with every conversation, every thought, every silence. That's why you need more than a symbolic gesture. You need to build a living relationship with Ru. And that begins with 5 tips that, when applied with intention, turn the plant into an active guardian of your energy field. Clean your Ru like you're renewing a pact. Ru absorbs what the environment releases. That's why, if you don't care for it, it begins to carry the very weight you're trying to remove. Waft incense around the sprig. Use lavender, rosemary, or Ru itself. If you prefer, spray it with water mixed with sea salt and a few drops of essential oil. As you do this, think, I'm cleansing what has completed its cycle. I'm making space for the new. This simple act sends a message to your subconscious. I take care of what protects me. It boosts your sense of safety and creates a powerful emotional anchor between you and your space. Speak to your Ru not as a plant, but as a presence. Your brain doesn't clearly distinguish what's real from what's symbolic. When you speak to Ru, even silently, you're giving shape, name, and presence to a protective force that starts to exist more tangibly in your psyche. Say, thank you for being here, for the lightness you bring, for the invisible shield that surrounds me. This isn't about superstition. It's about mentally reinforcing the existence of a force by your side. And the more the brain repeats it, the more it believes it. The safer you feel, the stronger your field becomes. Never share your Ru. It may seem generous, but by sharing a sprig that's already synchronized with you, you're disconnecting the plant from your field. Energetically, it's like lending someone the key to your house without knowing who's going to walk in. If someone needs protection, guide them kindly. Show them the video. Teach the ritual. But your Ru is yours. The bond is individual. And maintaining that boundary reinforces something fundamental: respect for your own energetic space. Amplify with symbols. Your mind loves visual anchors. Take a coin, a crystal, or a small piece of paper with the word abundance written by hand. Place it next to the Ru. That's it. Want to know why? Our brain responds more strongly when there are visual objects that confirm what we feel or desire. You create a micro-scene where everything speaks to each other. Plant, prosperity, light, intention. And this keeps your mind connected to the vibration you want to sustain. Renew your Ru monthly and turn it into a personal ritual. Every plant has a cycle, and respecting the end of that cycle is a sign of energetic maturity. When your Ru starts to dry out too much, lose its color, or break easily, don't ignore it. Thank it, bury it in the earth, or release it in running water, and bring in a new one. At that moment, close your eyes and imagine golden light entering through the door, into the rooms, into the forgotten corners. Imagine your house filling with life again. You'll be creating a habit. But more than that, you'll be teaching your subconscious that protection is a constant choice, not a one-time event. Now comment below. Which of these tips touched you the most? Which one will you apply today? When you write, you commit. You anchor, you activate. And while others are just consuming this content, you act, you ground it. And that's why the results come. In the next part of this video, we're going beyond the plant. We're stepping into what truly transforms, the awareness that you are part of an energetic community and that your vibration can open paths for other women around you. Rue is not just a plant. It's a silent reminder that you are never alone. For centuries, it's been in the hands of women who cared, protected, cleansed, and healed, many of them silently, hidden on the margins of society. And today, by placing a sprig of this plant in your home, you activate an ancestral memory that lives within you. You reconnect with an invisible lineage of grandmothers, healers, guardians, women who learn to protect not with weapons, but with wisdom, not with brute force, but with clear intention. And throughout this video, you've been awakening parts of yourself that may have been asleep. The desire to clear what weighs you down, the courage to protect what's yours, and the clarity that prosperity is also clean energy in motion. If you've made it this far, it's not by accident. It's because something inside you already knew, already felt it, was already ready to remember. You are not alone on this path. There are thousands of women watching this video right now, some crying in silence, others smiling in relief, others with rue in hand, ready to act. This is what we're creating here, a spiritual community awakening together, sharing wisdom, protection, and abundance without fear. So if this video touched your heart at any point, if any part of you felt, this is for me, then now is the time for your conscious gesture. Like this video, you're saying, this light reached me. Share it with a special woman in your life, someone who needs to remember her spiritual strength. Subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell because the upcoming rituals will keep opening your paths, and you deserve to be here for each one of them. And before we wrap up, close your eyes for a moment. Breathe. Remember your front door, your creative corner, your bathroom. Remember your gestures, your intention, the plant between your fingers. Now say firmly in the comments, not for me, but for yourself. Rue is my guardian and ally of abundance. This phrase is more than a closing statement. It's a vibrational seal, a code you send to the universe, and one that resonates through your field. And every time you repeat that phrase, your energy will reorganize around it, because transformation doesn't begin with grand revolutions. It begins like this, with a plant, a choice, and a woman deciding to protect herself. Now, it's up to you. The seed has been planted, the house is clean, the field is activated, and what comes next depends on how you choose to walk with this wisdom. See you in the next ritual.